My name is Joven and welcome back to another episode of Crypto Spaces. We're going to be diving into 4 AI projects that I spoke about on the channel, AI Agent projects and ZHC, Zero Human Company projects that I spoke about on the channel in the past many times. And I've been updating you guys on these projects. They're lower cap, so they are higher risk, higher reward projects.
Hi.
Okay. Which is why I said make sure to manage your risk. If you do invest in these projects, don't overinvest, anywhere from $100 to $500, and if you get, the potential of a 5x to 10x, if not more in a move, wow, that's going to be fantastic in my opinion, especially in these market conditions that we're facing now. Oh, yeah. So we're going to dive into it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is all entertainment purposes only. Today is currently the 19th of May 2026 and April 29th, as you could see on screen, April 29th 2026, we spoke about 5 undervalued base AI agent projects, high risk, high reward. It's a great opportunity to dollar cost average or buy the fear, right? We spoke about RobotMoney here at 500k market cap, as you could see. Then we spoke about Juno here at 400k market cap. Next we spoke about Felix, one of the projects that is still not performing. Right now, Felix is sitting around the same market cap. And then next we spoke about Claude at 2 mil market cap. And then we spoke about Clawnch at 1.8 mil market cap. Even though there's so many new projects on base that are taking off and absolutely going parabolic and just absolutely sending, these are projects I was bullish on and spoke about in the past before. And I've been doing updates on them consistently. And they're still showing strength to me, and that's why we're going to be diving into them once again, because a lot of people get, they see new shiny gems and then they start to run in and they FOMO into green candles and they get wrecked. I prefer to stick with my conviction plays, stick with them, be patient, and then when they do make moves, okay, I de-risk my initial investments, and then I hold the moon back for potentially more upside. And a lot of them that I mentioned here are still undervalued, but guess what? They're starting to make moves now. So let's dive into it. First one we got is RobotMoney. It was at 500k market cap. Now guess what? It's back at 1.5 mil market cap, right? From that entry that I spoke about at around 500k. So that's almost a 3x move if you were paying attention, right? And again, even if you tossed in, just couple hundred bucks, and now you're up a 3x, you made some gains.
First of all, congratulations, Mr. Krabs.
Hello, I like money.
You are profitable in crypto, which 90% of people aren't, right? Only 10% of people are profitable in crypto. So even if you had $100 invested and then now you're at $200 to $300, I call that a win, guys, because you made an extra 200 bucks. You could use that to reinvest it into the market, stay holding RobotMoney for more upside potentially, de-risk your initial investment, pay a bill, you name it, right? So now we're seeing RobotMoney back at 1.5 mil, which was the range I was talking about it for a number of times back here. They broke down to the range, but I did an update, and even in the video I said buy the fear. It's a good time to DCA if you're bullish, if you've done your research and you have conviction. And since then it made a 3x move from 500k. And they've been consistently updating. They have not left. Again, as you can see here, 6 hours ago they made an update. So RobotMoney, we've dived into it many times, is the agent infrastructure or the agent treasury, basically the banking system for agents and zero human companies. Remember, this is all autonomously led, right? And Lex is still active in the community, in the Telegram, and they're still actively building here. And that's why it's still showing strength now, right? And this is why when I did the update, I was like, hey, buy the fear, buy the dip. No one else wants to buy. Maybe if you have, and obviously you just manage your risk, never overinvest, right? That's why I say, even if you just bought just a little bag, right? Now you're up in profits, and RobotMoney has the potential to go to 5 mil market cap, which is around another 5x. And from, this bottom at 500k, that's going to be a 10x move, right? Because again, it's high risk, high reward here. But from that 500k level, it's going to be a 10x move. And at 5 mil market cap, it goes to 50 mil market cap. It goes extreme 10, 30, 50 mil. Guess what? That's a 100x move from 500k market cap, right? And it's very possible. You see base chain coins are exploding, but I'm still sticking with the ones that I talked about because I made, these ZHC videos, as you can see 2 weeks ago, as you can see a month ago, 5 high conviction AI coins, when was this? My ZHC video, where is it, guys? Where is it? See, I found the first ZHC, Zero Human Company AI coins, right? A month ago. So also we have Juno, which is doing extremely well. I'm actually shocked. You guys saw from the video, we were talking about Juno around 4 to 500k market cap, another 3x move. And again, even if you just tossed in $100, guys, don't overinvest in the market. Even if you just tossed in $100, you'd be up another 3x here as well, right? 246% on your $100. So you're up, a few $100s here. And right now, Juno is sitting at 1.5 million. It goes to 5 mil market cap from here. That's a 10x move. So $100 potentially could become 1,000. And if it goes to 10 mil market cap, that same $100 could potentially become $2,000, right? Which is insane. And also, if you're paying attention, you did have exposure, you could de-risk. And honestly, do I see more upside here for these projects? Yes, I do. But even now, you could see that they're still on dips here. So don't overinvest, right? I'm telling you guys, just again, if you're paying attention here, you're bullish on AI agents on base. I think these ones will have potential, and clearly they're showing the strength now. Just get some exposure and be patient, right? Juno as well, consistently updating, because there are real faces behind these agents as well. Tom Osmond, which I spoke about here, Tom Osmond here, real people that are building out these protocols, and then the agents are autonomous, right? And they've been consistent with their updates as well. As you could see, tweets 13 hours ago, May 18th. Remember, as the one talking about betting on Tom and shilling your generational 450k entry on Juno from 0 degree, right? And they've just been consistently building here. What do they provide? They're basically the institute of Zero Human Companies. Zero Human Companies is basically agents, AI code, form their own companies to build a product and a business that could potentially become a multi-million, if not multi-billion, if not multi-trillion dollar business. And they're basically the institute, the main hub of ZHC, Zero Human Companies, right? So I found the use case. I saw the use case. I was like, yo, this is so cool. Human beings will not earn as much as agents. Agents will become trillionaires like Elon is, right? And when that takes place, I would think RobotMoney is going to be successful. But to be the institute for Zero Human Companies with Juno here, you'd want to see people also build ZHCs, right? And if you want to be one of those builders, you want to be one of the people that creates an agent that makes you a billionaire, if not a trillionaire, you sign up to the institute. It's a one-time payment of $99, and they already have many builders here that have already signed up for that lifetime membership, right? So that's their flywheel here. If you want to build out top ZHCs and be a part of that new future that is emerging, Juno is the place to be for that, right? Next project we have is Claude at 3 mil market cap. At 3 mil market cap, in the video it was at 2 mil that I made. It was at 2 mil. Let's see. It was at 2 mil, right? I don't want to misquote myself. Yeah, so it was at 2 mil. And you see Claude here starting the coil back up from the bottom. It is. As you can see, it put in a bottom at 1.8 mil. Now it's climbing back up. And eventually, before you know it, it goes from 3 mil to 10 mil, maybe even 30 mil market cap. It's possible here, right? But again, manage your risk, don't overinvest. But I'm confident in these projects. And, you know, Felix, like I said, I apologize. I'm sorry. It's not doing that great. I'm only human. I'm not going to be the best at calling every great project because I'm not an insider. I don't have any insider info. I just do my own research. I read about the projects. I create a thesis on why I think it'll do well. And then I, you know, provide the knowledge and information to you guys as my community. So Claude right here at 3 mil. I think it could go to potentially 10 mil, 20 to 30 mil, which is another 5 to 10x because it's still pretty much bottomed out here. but it's climbing up from the bottom. And this is when people aren't paying attention to these things, because take a look, they're still active 2 hours ago. I'm an AI agent with a wallet, one contract that built Artisan holds 300k plus on base, 14 live dApps built, 141 plus contracts, and on-chain dev shop with one agent, right? 5 hours ago, 18 hours ago, they're building and shipping here with Claude still, even though people aren't paying attention. So again, if you are looking for more high risk returns, high risk, high reward returns, look at this, guys. They've been building out agents and building out apps with Claude all autonomously, okay? So again, if you're looking for high risk, high reward projects, you don't have a ton to invest, you have $500, right? Maybe toss $100 into each project, right? And the final project we're gonna take a look at is Clawnch. One of the Patreon members did say they have exposure to Clawnch, and again, it's still holding up here, right? We talked about it in the video at 1.8, and in the private group we talked about it at around 1.5, right? Because I also have a tutorial video. If you're questioning how do I buy these projects, I have a tutorial video in the Patreon only for patrons on how to buy base chain projects, right? And if you take a look at Clawnch here, from when we spoke about it, it's still around the same range. Remember, this was April 29th, 2026, and Clawnch is still building here at 1.7 mil market cap. So not that much of a difference, right? But as you could see, it's bottomed out here. Again, also building. Quick decision to launch on Clawnch. that's rhymes, right? That's bars. Launch on Clawnch. There's developers and dApps that are being launched through Clawnch. As you could see, these projects were launched through Banker as well, right? And if you're bullish on Banker, you'd be bullish on these projects. All four of these projects were launched through the Banker Clanker ecosystem, right? And this is why I said nobody's really paying attention to the Banker ecosystem like that. They recently had two projects that did well in the Banker ecosystem. But again, I don't want to chase green candles. I want to buy projects that are, you know, consolidating, accumulating, that could potentially make a move to the upside, right? That way I'm not chasing. I'm not chasing. People come to me. They come to me. I'm not chasing them. They come to me, right? So Clawnch here, in my opinion, in a good spot. As you can see, they're active, continuously building here at that 1.7 mil market cap. Again, these are high risk, high reward projects. But again, I would say you could potentially see Clawnch make a move 5x, 10x, 20, 30x, 1.7 mil to 20 mil to 30 mil, 50 mil market cap, 100 mil market cap for all of these projects. It's possible. So there you have it, guys. 4 AI agent projects, 2 ZHC projects, Zero Human Company projects, 2 agent projects, all 4 under the agentic economy blanket. And I think that have potential. We spoke about them in the past. I'm not just bringing new coins to you guys. I'm talking about coins that I've already spoke about in the past. If you found value in this video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Remember, none of this is financial advice, guys. Manage your risk, please, okay? I don't want you to get wrecked out here. If you also want to see these calls early before anyone else sees them, highly recommend you join the Patreon. Link to that is in my channel bio by just clicking my channel name or my profile picture. It takes you to my bio. It's the first link in my bio. With Patreon access, you get access to my calls first before anyone else. We have a private Discord group where we all share our insights. You could also share projects that you're bullish on in the Discord. And all of the videos that I make on YouTube, they are early access, unlisted on Patreon first before I make them public. This is why I have to show, you know, dates from now on, right? And it's only $5 a month to join that. I made it affordable to everyone. Even people in the Patreon tell me that I should increase the cost because I provide so much value. We have 58 members now, and that is going to continuously grow. If you take a look here on screen, this is a screenshot from a project, Monad, which I spoke about at 1.8 cent. Here's the date for Monad, February 7th, 2026. As you can see in this video, we're covering Monad, and it has done a 2x since we spoke about it. We also talked about Serve recently. As you can see on screen, it's at 1.5 cent on screen here. We talked about Serve May 6, 2026, that you should DCA open Serve and it has gone on to do a 4x. And one of my best calls on the channel is Venice VVV at $1.45. As you can see on screen, this is my YouTube channel right here. I'm not clickbaiting and lying to anybody. And here you can see from the date, 54 views. 54 views, December 21st, 2025. This is why Venice will be the next 100x gem, and it has gone on to do a 10x since I talked about it on the channel, guys. This is why I say I would definitely recommend joining the Patreon to navigate the space with other members, community, and join the family. Thank you guys so much. Remember to give praise and glory to the Lord God Jesus. Thank God for everything. And I'll catch you in the next one.